Welcome to Peaceful Nightfall. Tonight's story is here to help you slow down, relax your mind, and gently let go of the day. Get comfortable, take a deep breath, and allow yourself to rest. Tonight's story is Lavender Dawn Awakening. The first light of dawn crept over the hillside village, casting long shadows across the thatched roofs. The air was heavy with the sweet scent of blooming lavender and the gentle rustle of leaves in the morning breeze. As the sun's rays grew stronger, they danced across the cobblestone streets, illuminating the quiet village square. The villagers' daily routines began to stir, like embers glowing in the darkness. A young girl emerged from her family's stone cottage, her nightdress fluttering behind her as she walked towards the nearby stream. The gentle lapping of the water against the rocky shore created a soothing melody, accompanied by the soft chirping of birds taking flight. The mist that clung to the hillside began to lift, revealing the outlines of the village's ancient trees, their gnarled branches stretching towards the sky like nature's own sculptures. The sun's warm rays crept up the slopes, awakening the dew-kissed grass and wildflowers, which slowly unfolded like tiny stars. In a small clearing, a family of rabbits emerged from their burrow, their large, brown eyes taking in the morning's peaceful tableau. The misty veil lifted higher, revealing the village's central bakery, its brick oven glowing like a warm ember as it began to emit the sweet aroma of freshly baked bread. The scent wafted through the quiet streets, drawing out the villagers as they made their way to claim their daily loaf. In a nearby alleyway, a small wooden cart, adorned with colorful streamers and tiny bells, slowly creaked into motion, its contents, ocho, a selection of ripe fruit and fragrant herbs, ocho arranged like a natural still light. As the sun's rays climbed higher, they danced across the village, casting an ethereal glow on the thatched roofs and the villagers' gentle routines, all unfolding in harmony with the morning's peaceful rhythm. The wooden cart, its tiny bells softly tinkling, made its way through the quiet streets, leaving a trail of sweet aromas and vibrant colors in its wake. The villagers, now gathered around the bakery, watched with smiles as the cart's contents were carefully arranged on the village square's stone tables. Amidst the colorful display, a few early risers paused to sample the freshness of the day's offerings, a ripe peach's succulent flesh, the pungency of fresh thyme, or the tanginess of a just-picked strawberry. As the morning sun continued its gentle ascent, the village square was bathed in a warm, golden light, and the air grew thick with the scent of blooming wildflowers, their delicate petals swaying gently in the breeze like nature's own ballerinas. The villagers' footsteps slowed as they savored the morning's bounty, their eyes lingering on the vibrant display before them. The wooden cart, its colorful streamers and tiny bells still softly tinkling, came to a gentle halt at the edge of the village square. As the last rays of sunlight danced across the scene, a faint hum of activity began to stir in the nearby forest, where the early morning light was awakening the ancient trees from their slumber. As the villagers' footsteps slowed, the soft rustling of leaves and snapping of twigs in the forest's underbrush grew louder, signaling the stirrings of a new day among the ancient trees. The morning light, now a warm golden glow, cast long shadows across the village square as the scent of wildflowers mingled with the aroma of freshly baked bread, creating a sweet harmony that filled the air. As the villagers' senses remained attuned to the morning's gentle rhythms, the forest's awakening began to unfold in slow motion, its ancient trees stretching towards the sky like nature's own giant brushstrokes. The rustling of leaves and snapping of twigs grew more insistent, as if the forest itself was joining the village's quiet symphony. Meanwhile, the sun's rays continued their gentle climb, casting long shadows across the thatched roofs and awakening the morning's hidden treasures. Dew-kissed spider webs glistened like tiny jewels, and the delicate petals of wildflowers swayed in the breeze like nature's own ballerinas. The wooden cart, its colorful streamers and tiny bells still softly tinkling, came to a gentle halt at the edge of the village square. As the last rays of sunlight danced across the scene, a faint hum of activity began to stir in the nearby forest, where the early morning light was awakening the ancient trees from their slumber. The soft rustling of leaves and snapping of twigs in the forest's underbrush grew louder, signaling the stirrings of a new day among the ancient trees. As the morning light crept over the hillside, the village's thatched roofs seemed to glow with an inner warmth, as if the very stones themselves were infused with the gentle magic of dawn. The air was filled with the sweet scent of ripening fruit, and the soft chirping of birds began to weave a subtle melody into the morning's symphony. The warm light crept over the hillside, casting a gentle glow on the thatched roofs and awakening the village's secret spaces. Hidden courtyards, ancient cellars, and secluded pathways, all slowly stirring to life like a painter's palette. The scent of ripening fruit lingered in the air, as morning dew glistened on the leaves of the ancient trees, now fully awake, their branches swaying softly in the gentle breeze, like nature's own ballerinas. As the sun continued its ascent, the mist that had gathered in the valley below began to lift, revealing a tapestry of emerald green fields and the winding paths that crisscrossed them. The air was filled with the soft songs of birds, their melodies intertwining with the gentle rustling of leaves and the distant hum of insects, creating a symphony of sound that ebbed and flowed like the morning's own breath. Meanwhile, the villagers emerged from their homes, their footsteps quiet on the dew-kissed earth. As they went about their daily routines, their faces serene in the soft light of dawn. The scent of freshly cut grass wafted through the air, mingling with the aroma of baking bread and the sweet fragrance of blooming flowers, creating a heady perfume that filled the morning's stillness. As the mist continued to lift, the emerald green fields seemed to awaken from their slumber, their blades swaying gently in the breeze like a chorus of synchronized dancers. The soft songs of birds grew louder, weaving a tapestry of sound that complemented the rustling leaves and distant hum of insects, creating a symphony of morning's awakening. The villagers' footsteps quiet on the dew-kissed earth created a subtle rhythm that harmonized with the gentle rustling of leaves as the warm light crept over the hillside, casting long shadows across the fields, like nature's own canvas. The mist continued to lift, revealing the village's ancient stone walls, weathered to a soft mossy green, and the wooden bridges that spanned the narrow streams, now glistening with dew like delicate filigree. The morning light danced across the rooftops, casting intricate patterns of shadow and light on the thatched tiles, as if nature's own brush had painted the scene in vivid strokes. The mist finally cleared, revealing the village's central square, where a magnificent ancient tree stood tall, its gnarled branches stretching towards the sky like nature's own cathedral. The morning light filtering through the leaves cast dappled shadows on the cobblestones, creating a mosaic of warmth and serenity. The villagers' daily routines continued, their footsteps quiet on the stone flags as they went about their tasks, their faces serene in the gentle glow of dawn. As the morning's light crept over the village, it illuminated a small wooden door hidden away in a corner of the ancient tree's massive trunk, adorned with intricate carvings of leaves and vines that seemed to whisper secrets to the passing breeze. The door creaked softly as it swung open, revealing a narrow stairway that spiraled downward into darkness, its steps worn smooth by the passage of time. The morning's gentle light spilled down the down, winding stairs, casting long shadows on the ancient stone walls as it descended into the depths of the earth. The air grew thick with the scent of damp earth and moss, and the sound of dripping water echoed through the passageway like a gentle heartbeat. As the light continued to fall, it illuminated strange and wondrous carvings etched into the walls, intricate patterns of leaves and vines that seemed to come alive in the soft glow, their tendrils twisting and curling like living things. The stairs finally ended at a small, hidden chamber, its walls lined with ancient artifacts and mysterious relics that glimmered softly in the morning's light, casting a spell of quiet wonder over all who entered. The air within the chamber was heavy with the scent of old parchment and forgotten knowledge. and the soft glow of the morning light seemed to awaken secrets hidden for centuries. The ancient artifacts on the walls appeared to stir, their intricate patterns shifting ever so slightly as if the very essence of the earth itself was stirring from a long slumber. In the center of the room, a large stone pedestal stood, upon which rested a leather-bound tome, adorned with strange symbols that seemed to pulse with a gentle, otherworldly light. The cover creaked softly as it opened, releasing a faint whisper of pages turned and secrets revealed, as if the morning's dawn was awakening a story that had lain dormant for centuries. As the pages of the ancient tome rustled open, a warm, golden light spilled forth, casting a gentle glow across the chamber. The air was filled with the sweet scent of old parchment and forgotten knowledge, and the soft whisper of words long since spoken seemed to echo through the room, as if the very essence of the earth itself was stirring from a long slumber. The intricate patterns on the walls appeared to shift and twine like living vines, their tendrils curling around the stone pedestal as if drawn by the secrets revealed within the ancient book. As the golden light spread across the chamber, it illuminated a series of delicate, lace-like filigree ornaments that adorned the walls, their intricate patterns seeming to dance in the soft glow. The air was heavy with the scent of aged perfume and forgotten memories, as if the very essence of time itself had been distilled into this hidden place. The whisper of pages turned grew louder, the words within the ancient tome unfolding like a tapestry woven from the threads of centuries past. As the golden light crept across the chamber, it illuminated a series of delicate, lace-like filigree ornaments that adorned the walls, their intricate patterns seeming to dance in the soft glow. The air was heavy with the scent of aged perfume and forgotten memories, as if the very essence of time itself had been distilled into this hidden place. A gentle mist began to rise from the stone floor, tendrils curling around the pedestal like wisps of smoke, carrying with them whispers of ancient knowledge and secrets long since buried. The light seemed to deepen, taking on a soft, pinkish hue that infused the air with a sense of quiet contemplation. The mist coalesced into delicate swirling patterns that mirrored the intricate designs on the walls, as if the very essence of the ancient tome was being drawn forth into the chamber's stillness. The soft pinkish hue deepened to a gentle coral, and the air grew heavier with the scent of rose petals and morning dew, as the whispers within the book seemed to awaken the slumbering village outside. As the coral light infused the chamber, the misty tendrils curled around the pedestal, releasing wisps of forgotten melody. Into the stillness, the air vibrated with the gentle hum of strings and the soft thrum of a lute. As if the ancient book had awakened the village's morning song, the whispers within its pages seemed to orchestrate the mist's undulating patterns, weaving a tapestry of sound that intertwined with the rising sun's golden rays. The coral light continued to deepen, casting an otherworldly glow across the chamber as the misty tendrils danced in rhythmic harmony. The scent of rose petals and morning dew intensified, carrying the whispers of ancient secrets out into the stillness, where they mingled with the sweet fragrance of blooming wildflowers on the hillside village below. As the sun's rays crept higher, the chamber's walls seemed to fade into the soft, pinkish hue, allowing the delicate filigree ornaments to shimmer like gemstones in the gentle light. The air vibrated with the whispered melody, as if the ancient book was summoning forth the morning song of the village, its gentle rhythms echoing across the hillside, awakening the sleepy villagers to a new day's promise. As the misty tendrils continued their ethereal dance, the chamber's walls began to shimmer with a soft, luminescent glow, as if the ancient book was awakening the very essence of the hillside village itself. The whispered melody grew more insistent, weaving together threads of morning dew, rose petals, and wildflowers into a tapestry of sound that seemed to reverberate through every stone and brick in the village below. The luminescent glow seeped from the chamber's walls, bathing the misty tendrils in an ethereal radiance. As the light crept across the pedestal, it awakened a subtle shimmer on the ancient book's cover, like the gentle rustle of leaves on a summer breeze. The whispered melody seemed to resonate deeper within the tome, as if the secrets hidden within its pages were stirring, releasing tendrils of golden mist that coiled around the chamber's walls. The air vibrated with an expectant hush, as if the very essence of dawn was unfolding, and the hillside village below began to stir, its sleepy residents slowly awakening to the promise of a new day. The luminescent glow infused the misty tendrils with an otherworldly softness, as if they were threads of gossamer spun by the morning sun itself. The whispered melody reached a crescendo, then slowly receded, leaving behind an expectant silence that seemed to settle over the chamber like a gentle dew. As the last whispers faded, the air vibrated with an anticipatory stillness, as if the very essence of dawn was poised on the threshold of her awakening, ready to unfurl its petals and release the sweet fragrance of morning into the hillside village below. The silence held for a moment, like a held breath, before slowly releasing as the first threads of sunlight began to weave their way through the misty tendrils. The luminescent glow on the chamber's walls deepened, imbuing the air with an expectant warmth that seeped into the ancient book's cover, releasing tiny wisps of golden mist that danced across the pedestal like early morning butterflies. As the sunlight crept higher, it awakened a subtle shimmer on the village below, where the sleepy residents were stirring in their homes, their dreams slowly yielding to the gentle light of dawn. The threads of golden mist danced across the pedestal, weaving intricate patterns that seemed to capture the essence of morning's whispery song. As the sunlight crept higher, it illuminated the chamber's walls, casting a warm glow on the ancient book's cover, where tiny wisps of fog coiled like tendrils of a forgotten vine. The luminescent light infused the misty tendrils with an ethereal softness, as if they were threads of gossamer, spun by the morning sun itself. As the sunlight crept higher, it awakened a subtle shimmer on the village's stone buildings, where cobwebs clung to doorways like wispy tapestries. The misty tendrils danced across the pedestal, weaving intricate patterns that seemed to capture the essence of morning's whispered melody. The air vibrated with an expectant warmth, as if the very essence of dawn was slowly awakening, releasing the sweet fragrance of morning into the village below. The luminescent glow on the chamber's walls deepened, imbuing the air with a sense of quiet contentment, as if the secrets hidden within the ancient book were slowly unraveling, like the tendrils of golden mist that coiled around the pedestal. The village's stone buildings seemed to absorb the warm light, their textures and patterns unfolding like a tapestry of whispers, as if the very stones themselves were sharing ancient secrets with the morning air. The misty tendrils continued to dance across the pedestal, weaving intricate patterns that mirrored the subtle rhythms of the village's awakening heartbeat. The air vibrated with an expectant stillness, as if the dawn's gentle fingers were gently unfurling a tapestry of forgotten memories, slowly releasing the sweet fragrance of morning into the hillside village below. As the sunlight continued its ascent, the misty tendrils on the pedestal began to take on a life of their own, their delicate forms morphing into wispy sculptures that seemed to defy gravity as they hovered above the ancient book's cover. The luminescent glow on the chamber's walls deepened, casting a warm, golden light on the village below, where the residents were now stirring in air, their homes, their sleepy gazes slowly focusing on the morning's gentle beauty. The air vibrated with an expectant stillness, as if the very essence of dawn was slowly awakening, releasing the sweet fragrance of morning into the village below, where the scent of freshly baked bread wafted from the stone oven, mingling with the dew-kissed grass and the whispers of forgotten memories. The misty tendrils continued to dance across the pedestal, their wispy forms morphing into delicate filaments that seemed to weave a tapestry of soundless whispers around the ancient book. The luminescent glow on the chamber's walls deepened, casting a warm, golden light on the village below, where the residents were now emerging from their homes, their sleepy gazes slowly focusing on the morning's gentle beauty. As they stretched and yawned, the air vibrated with an expectant stillness, as if the very essence of dawn was slowly awakening, releasing the sweet fragrance of morning into the hillside village below, where the scent of freshly baked bread wafted from the stone oven, mingling with the dew-kissed grass and the whispers of forgotten memories. The villagers' footsteps echoed through the stillness, their quiet murmurs blending with the morning's gentle hush as they began their day, unaware of the secrets hidden within the ancient book that lay waiting to be discovered. The gentle rustle of leaves and soft chirping of birds replaced the villagers' footsteps as the misty tendrils on the pedestal continued their ethereal dance. The luminescent glow on the chamber's walls deepened further, casting a warm golden light that seemed to seep into the ancient book's cover, awakening its secrets like a morning dew-kissed petal slowly unfurling to greet the day. Soon to die. As the village came alive, with the gentle warmth of dawn, the scent of fresh earth, and the whispered promise of new beginnings wafted through the stillness, beckoning the villagers to begin their day with open hearts and minds. As the villagers' footsteps faded into the morning's quiet, a gentle light crept over the hillside, casting long shadows across the dew-kissed grass. The misty tendrils on the pedestal seemed to respond, their wispy forms weaving a subtle pattern that echoed the contours of the surrounding hills. The gentle light crept higher, illuminating the villagers' homes and the ancient books. Pedestal, where the misty tendrils continued to dance, their ethereal forms casting a soft, shimmering glow across the dew-kissed grass. The scent of fresh earth mingled with the whispered promise of new beginnings as the village slowly awakened from its slumber. The gentle warmth of dawn infusing every surface, every stone and every blade of grass with an expectant stillness, as if the very essence of morning was slowly awakening, releasing the sweet fragrance of possibility into the hillside village below. As the gentle light crept higher, it reached the village's central square, where a lone figure stood motionless, surrounded by the soft murmur of morning dew. The misty tendrils on the pedestal seemed to lean in, as if sharing secrets with this solitary form, which remained lost in thought, oblivious to the awakening world around them. The gentle light crept higher still, casting a warm glow upon the figure's tranquil face. The misty tendrils on the pedestal seemed to whisper secrets into their ear, as if sharing ancient wisdoms and forgotten tales. Meanwhile, the village came alive around them, its rhythms and routines unfolding like a slow unfolding flower, releasing sweet scents of fresh bread and simmering stews into the morning air. As the gentle light crept higher still, it wrapped itself around the figure's tranquil form, imbuing their features with a soft luminescence that seemed to emanate from within. The misty tendrils on the pedestal appeared to be sharing tales of ancient wisdoms and forgotten lore, as if drawing forth secrets from the very essence of morning itself. The village's rhythms continued to unfold around them, its sounds and scents mingling with the whispers of the misty tendrils in a symphony of quiet contemplation. The gentle light crept higher still, casting a warm glow upon the village's ancient stones, where intricate carvings told tales of generations past. The misty tendrils on the pedestal seemed to lean in, as if sharing secrets with the stones themselves, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming wildflowers, their delicate petals unfolding like white, tiny stars in the morning light. As the village's rhythms continued to unfold, a faint hum of activity began to emanate from within its walls, a soft murmur of movement that seemed to be awakening slowly, like the gentle stirring of a dreamer on a summer morning. The gentle light crept higher still, illuminating the intricate carvings on the ancient stones, their stories unfolding like tiny scrolls in the morning dew. The misty tendrils on the pedestal seemed to whisper secrets into the stones themselves, as if awakening a long-forgotten language. Meanwhile, the village's rhythms continued to unfold, its sounds and scents mingling with the whispers of the misty tendrils in a symphony of quiet contemplation. The gentle light crept higher still, casting long shadows across the village streets, where cobblestones seemed to hold their morning breath, awaiting the day's awakening. The misty tendrils on the pedestal appeared to be weaving a subtle tapestry of sound and scent, as the air vibrated with the soft hum of morning life, like the gentle thrumming life of a harp string, subtly animating the stillness with its quiet pulse. As the village's rhythms gained momentum, the misty tendrils on the pedestal began to unfurl like delicate petals, releasing wispy strands that danced upon the gentle breeze. The air was filled with the sweet scent of ripening fruit, as if the very essence of summer's bounty had been distilled into this quiet morning hour. The intricate carvings on the ancient stones seemed to stir, their stories unfolding like tender vines wrapping around the village's waking soul. The gentle light climbed higher still, its warmth infusing the village's stone walls with a soft luminescence that brought forth whispers of ancient tales. The misty tendrils on the pedestal twirled like ethereal dancers, their wispy strands entwining with the morning dew as it condensed upon the cobblestones, casting a delicate lacework across the village streets. As the gentle light crept higher still, its warmth awakened the villagers' daily routines, their footsteps echoing softly on the cobblestone streets as they emerged from their morning reverie. The misty tendrils on the pedestal seemed to nod in approval, their wispy strands twirling with an air of quiet satisfaction as the village's rhythms reached a gentle crescendo. The villagers' footsteps carried them to the edge of the village, where the hillside's verdant slope beckoned like a gentle lover. The morning light, now fully risen, cast a warm glow upon the grassy incline, imbuing it with an emerald radiance that seemed to reverberate in harmony with the misty tendrils' subtle thrumming. As the villagers strolled along the edge of the hillside, the air grew thick with the scent of damp earth and fresh-cut hay, mingling with the sweet aroma of ripening fruit still wafting from the village below. The gentle light danced across the hillside's undulating contours, casting dappled shadows that seemed to whisper secrets to the dew-kissed grass blades, as if awakening ancient tales of sun-drenched afternoons and starry nights. As the villagers' footsteps quieted, a lone breeze stirred the hillside's emerald slopes, rustling the dew-kissed grass into gentle waves that undulated like a living entity. The morning light danced across these undulations, casting shimmering curtains of light that seemed to reverberate in harmony with the misty tendrils' subtle thrumming below. As the villagers disappeared from view, the hillside's gentle slopes surrendered to a soft, velvety darkness, like the first whispers of a summer night. The morning light lingered on the edge of the village, its warmth slowly seeping into the shadows as if awakening ancient tales hidden within the stones. The misty tendrils on the pedestal continued their subtle thrumming, a soothing hum that harmonized with the rustling grass blades and the distant songs of unseen birds. As the morning light surrendered its hold on the hillside, the velvety darkness deepened, imbuing the dew-kissed grass with an otherworldly quiet. The misty tendrils' thrumming softened to a gentle susurration, as if sharing ancient secrets with the grass blades, their whispers weaving into the fabric of the stillness. The air grew heavier with the scent of damp earth and fresh-cut hay, mingling with the sweet aroma of ripening fruit, still wafting from the village below. As the darkness deepened, the misty tendrils' susurration slowed to a gentle whisper, as if sharing ancient secrets with the dew-kissed grass blades. The morning light's lingering warmth infused the shadows with a soft golden glow, awakening whispers of forgotten tales hidden within the village's ancient stones. The air thickened with the scent of damp earth and fresh-cut hay, mingling with the sweet aroma of ripening fruit, still wafting from the village below, as if the very essence of the hillside was being stirred to life. Now, as the story gently fades away, let the words rest, let the sounds remain. Allow the gentle, calming sounds to carry you, slowly and naturally, into deep, peaceful sleep.